This had to happen. When Digvesh Rathi and Abhishek Sharma got on a major confrontation mode in the SRH versus LSG encounter, this was bound to happen. Now, in the aftermath of what has happened, Digvesh Rathi has been handed a one-match ban because he had accumulated 5 demerit points. Now, what were the other instances in which Digvesh Rathi was found guilty? In this video, I'll be giving you a breakdown of what has happened and why Digvesh Rathi needs to be very, very careful even in the coming seasons of the IPL. Because offense number 1. You will all remember that the first offense that Digvesh Rathi had, he had a celebration and he had when Priyansh Arya was dismissed. He actually went in his face, had the notebook celebration, and that happened in the LSG versus PBKS encounter that happened on April 1. So, for that offense, because it was his first offense, he got 1 demerit point. So, the celebration against Priyansh Arya had 1 demerit point. But the second demerit instance, when you look at it, second offense, was against Namandhir on April 4. And in that, the celebrations were quite hostile. He came close to Namandir, kept on taunting him and giving that notebook celebration. And then he was handed 2 demerit points since it was his second major offense. And the third major offense happened on May 19th. When Digvesh Rathi had a celebration, Abhishek Sharma didn't take too kindly to it. They got into a confrontation mode, and because of that, both Abhishek Sharma and Digvesh Rathi were fined match fees, but Digvesh Rathi got 2 more demerit points, which went to 5 points. Now, what was the rule under which Digvesh Rathi was fined? When you look at it, Article 2.5, IPL Player Code of Conduct. It's in these 3 instances that Digvesh Rathi has gotten fined. Excessive celebration in close proximity to dismissed batter. He ticked that box. Verbally abusing dismissed batter. No. Pointing or gesturing towards pavilion. Kind of a grey area. That's what Digvesh Rathi did. But he was guilty on all 3 occasions with 2.5A. Now, what is the suspension when you look at it? You have to understand this is the structure of the demerit point and the suspension bit. Digvesh Rathi, what law was he punished under? 2.5A of the IPL Player Code of Conduct. 4 demerit points equals 1 suspension point. 1 suspension point equals 1 match ban or a suspension. And this is exactly what has happened with Digvesh Rathi. Because he's accumulated 5 demerit points, it equal to a 1 suspension point, and he was handed a 1 match ban. So he won't be there for the GT versus LSG game. But is that all? This year is done. Next year, fresh offense, fresh demerit points. He has to be very, very careful now because demerit points remain on the player's profile for 36 months, meaning now for the next 3 years. Digvesh Rathi will have to be careful not just this year, but in 2026 and 2027. Because in that period, if he accumulates 8 or 11 demerit points, meaning 3 or 6 more demerit points, he gets a 2-3 match suspension. So, the notebook celebration, was it on? Was it really on? Maybe. Maybe you can criticize the BCCI for ensuring that why did you have to put such a heavy fine for a notebook celebration? But there can be no justifying what Digvesh Rathi did yesterday. There can be no justification to what the 2 players did. Abhishek Sharma got off rather lightly, but Digvesh Rathi deserved the fine that he got. Because notebook celebrations in the face of a batter aggressively is just not done. So that is why, sure, you can have the emotion, you need not play like robots, but somewhere down the line, you cannot cross it. And Digvesh Rathi was guilty of crossing it that day. Do you think he deserves the suspension? Do you think the BCCI have been too harsh on him? You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.